All right. What is up, guys? We are here. We are starting our week 1 program for cutting. Welcome in. Oh, hope everybody's doing a little bit of all right today. I can tell you that I am doing fantastic. I feel good, ready to get after it. Deload week is done. Had some good rest. Yeah, overall, I feel pretty good. So we're going to work through it today. We're going to just get after it, get done as much as we can. Chrissy, what's going on? Thanks for being here. What's good? Thank you for being here. We're just going to warm up here and get going. Ooh. First set is just going to be our warm up. We're not even going to count it. And then we got 4 working sets here to go. And that's about it. That's going to be the start. A couple different exercises to get after. Today is chest, triceps, and abs. So pretty easy way to start. Just warming up here. Again, we're cutting now, so not a bad, easy little warm-up set there. We are going to move on. You're not going to spend too much time too light. And move right into the little bit more weight here. And we got 4 sets of 5 to 8 here, so pretty decent. Just starting out. Warm-up felt good and light, which is what we want. So we're just going to get after it. Thanks for being here, guys. If you're new, please drop a subscribe, a like, comment. All of it helps me out a huge amount. We are trying to grow here. We're trying to hit 200. And I owe you guys 50 push-ups when we hit 200 subscribers. So we're on our way. Please do take a little break there because that was just our warm-up set. So we don't need a too crazy of a break. But we're still going to take a little bit of one, and then we're going to get after it and go for our 5 to 8. Snowflake Killer, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Please consider dropping a subscribe, joining the community. We got a good community of people going. Appreciate you taking the time to stop in and say something. Means a lot. Like, everything helps. A like, a comment, all of it helps out a ton. But a subscribe would be the best thing you could do. We're going to hit 200 by the end of May. I've already made the commitment. When we hit 200, I'll rep out 50 push-ups for you guys. And we'll keep on growing. So appreciate you. So we're going to move up to, was that 135 plus 50, 185? Meh. For our first working set. Shouldn't be too bad, but Snowflake, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. So again, this is our first week of our cutting program. We just finished our 18-week hypertrophy, so just gaining lean mass. It's just a fancy way of saying gaining lean mass. We just finished that up, so now we're getting after it. Trying to get cut for the summer. It's our first working set, not terrible. Ripped out the 8. Thank you for subscribing, Snowflake Killer. That means a lot. We're getting there. So that was an 8 repper, higher end, which is fine. So we got 1 at 8. Probably could have pushed for maybe 2 more. But my goal in week 1 is to try to recreate that weight multiple times for this set. Overall, I think it was a pretty clean 8. So we'll keep going. Maybe try putting a little bit more weight on there, see how it goes. But yeah, that was a pretty clean 8. Didn't feel too scared for my life yet. But we got to do 3 more sets of that, 3 more rounds. Let's try that in 10. So for the 205. See what we get with this set, and then we'll go up from there. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. So yeah, so we are cutting, so we shouldn't see the difference here. For those of you who've been following me through my hypertrophy, you've seen me kind of adding weight consistently, cutting down rest, maybe getting 1 or more extra reps on the weight I did the week before as I was adding lean mass. But now that I'm cutting, you'll see less of that. Now you'll see my weights kind of stay the same, maybe go down a little bit. But the idea is to still keep working hard, lifting heavy as I can, because now I'm going to be in a calorie deficit, right? So not going to have the same amount of energy as I would when I'm eating in a surplus. But that's a sacrifice you make for getting lean and looking carved and really good. And that's what happens, right? Sorry, guys, I don't have any music on. I usually have copyright-free music in the background going, but let's put something on here. But yeah, so that's the main difference you'll see here. You'll also see the volume gets higher. So on my bulking, I only had about 2 to 3 chest exercises, 1 to 2 tricep exercises, and I do that twice in a week. Now the difference is when I'm cutting, I think I have a total of 4 chest exercises, 2 tricep and 2 abs for just the chest, tris, and ab day. So the volume's higher, but that's because I'm trying to put out more calories. We're trying to get more cuts. So sorry, guys, moving on to 205 here. Just trying to get some music on so it's not such a boring backdrop of just my voice. We got a solid 8 there. Can we continue? The rep range is pretty wide, 5 to 8. So, oh my God, man, slow. Okay, here we go. Set 2, 2 of 4. Warm up set didn't count. Okay, so maybe a little. We got 1 in there, 4, so that's fine. I'll take it. Take a little break. See already a couple days of thing, and I already see a little bit of a strength drop off, but that's fine. That's okay. Moving on to our 3rd set. We'll record it. And then the main thing is we want to watch to make sure that our weights aren't dropping off too steeply. Or that they slightly increase for the first couple weeks anyway, right? All right, what's a good Q&A we can ask today? Here we go. All right. Drop in the chat. Favorite book. Jordan, what's going on? I don't know. Appreciate you. So I just put favorite book. Just let me know what's going on. So yeah, we're it's normal that the weight drops off a little bit. I wasn't expecting a little bit of a drop off already, but that's okay. We're gonna keep after it. Jordan, thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. How's your guys' Monday going? I had a crazy busy day with work. Just finished up. Got a couple more things to do. I gotta get all ready because I'm traveling for work tomorrow. So still got a lot of stuff on the go. I got to get done today before I think, and I'm out real early. So just feels good though. Pretty good pump. Even though I didn't get as many reps as I would have thought at 205, at least I was able to control it pretty well, which is like half the game, right? As long as I can control the reps well, then I'm happy. It's all right. We're still moving it, which is good. Are you guys training today? If you are, let me know what's on deck. What are we lifting today? What are you guys doing? International Chest Day, right? Monday. So you guys got to be doing some sort of chest movement on a Monday. Oh, but already I always get like a crazy pump on chest day. I've always liked chest days. They're kind of my go-to. So we're back to just water. Just walking you guys through the cut. So I mentioned my first 2 weeks, my calorie intake actually doesn't change very much, just kind of shifts a bit. So it's still 2,700 calories. The only difference is a little bit more of that comes from protein and a little bit less of carbs, not by much, only by like, I don't know, 30 grams or so, 20, 30 grams of carbs, but shifts over to protein because they have the same caloric value. For those of you that don't know, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs, same thing. So they just kind of shift. I do about whatever I lose from one goes to the other. Fat kind of stays the same. Fat's very calorie dense, so I try to keep that moderate throughout. I lower it a little bit close to the end. Like you'll see my whole legs that I usually have. My morning meal is almost always the same. 250 grams of egg whites and 2 whole eggs. That goes out the window. The 2 whole eggs is pretty much scrapped. Eventually I go down to 1, then eventually down to 0, and I go up to about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of egg whites by the end of my diet. So fat kind of gets tightened up because we got to restrict the calories. But yeah, we got a little while before that happens, so no worries. Okay, so we just got to give ourselves the same kind of rest here. We're not going as high as our hypertrophy where we were taking about a 3-minute rest. We're only going about 1.5 to 2 minutes. I kind of go ready rest for the first couple weeks, and then I start tightening it in and actually like timing it. But we got some time before that again. So we've had 3 working sets, 1 warm up. It's our 4th working set here. And then we go to more higher volume stuff after this. Nope. That's it. Failure there on the last one, but that's good. That's exactly what we want, right? We want to hit kind of like a failure point with each rep, each set, each exercise. Tells us that we're doing the right things, weight-wise and control-wise. All right. So I mentioned I have the adjustable dumbbells. For those of you that are new to my gym here, my little basement home gym, I have my basement gym here, and I had adjustable dumbbells that adjust up to 90 pounds a side. I'm gonna move you over here. But those broke actually last week in my deload week. They slipped off of my leg and fell, and I think the attachment snapped on them. So everything is gonna be done with cables and barbell for the first couple weeks anyway, till we can replace them. And it's all good. We continue on. So how we do the incline here with cables. Basically, we're gonna line the cables up. If you guys are ever in the same situation, you're gonna line the cable where they come from up with like shoulder-ish height. We're definitely not gonna be pressing that much per side. The nice thing about doing cables for incline, I find, is just the consistent pull. I kind of like it. I find I get a really good pump from it. And I actually find I actually am able to develop a little better with it. I don't know why I don't do it more often, but again, we're still going deep stretch of the chest. I'm still trying to keep the chest up high. So 10, I find that like pulls like crazy through my chest. So I don't know, I'm a big fan of these when I get a chance to do them. I'm gonna bump up a little higher, I think, on that one. It's supposed to be 8 to 10 rep range here. That was 10, but I can probably push it a little heavier. Yeah, getting first day of the cut, getting a decent pump, I feel like. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. What's your favorite book? Let's talk books today. Is anyone a big reader or not a big reader? Easy for me to talk books because I'm actually stuck on like a really interesting one right now. I started a book you guys might have heard called Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's really good. I like it quite a bit, actually. Unfortunately, I'm kind of addicted to reading it right now. So the good news is I'm traveling a bit for work, like I was saying, over the next little bit, so I'm able to actually spend some time reading. But Valley Boy, what's going on? What's up, dude? It's good to have you here. Good. We're just getting after our first full day, full weights in the cut. We did our bench already, 4 sets of bench. We're on to incline cable press right now. Then we're moving on to flies and then decline. And then we got our tricep exercises and abs, and that's the day. For day one, if you guys are following along at home and you want to record the program and get into it yourselves, that's what we're doing. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Trying. We're early on in the cut, so it'll be good. It'll start to develop from here. Got nothing's really changed too much. Just the volume in each day is a little higher for the first couple weeks. Cardio stays the same. We have the 3 days. And then once we plateau and we don't see much change, then we'll start by adding a little bit more into the cardio days. And then that's how it kind of changes. Slowly but surely, we just kind of mess around with things. We'll start by adding cardio first before we take any food out. And once we get to a point where we're doing enough days of cardio and enough volume, then we'll start actually reducing the food calories a little bit, the overall calories. I'm always a bigger fan of adding activity before taking out food, or adding activity before taking out food. Within reason, right? So that is definitely the weight for 10. I don't think I'd be able to do it if I wanted to. Abin, what's going on? Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's cool it on the emojis today, though. I don't want to have to give you another timeout like yesterday's stream. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you hanging out and having lots to say. It helps again with the algorithm. Appreciate everybody, all positivity, no judgment. Just, I know yesterday I was starting to bother some of the other community members there, so if we could avoid it, that would be great. All right. Well, yeah, I appreciate you either way. And heart to you too, buddy. I appreciate you. Well, yeah, I find the deload week. I know a lot of people are asking me about the deload week and why and what that all is. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I feel healthier. Motion feels good. Joints feel healthy. It wasn't a struggle to come down and get started in the workout. Some days I find when you're doing the heavy lifting, week after week, you're 18 weeks deep. Joints are starting to hurt. You know, you get to the point where some days you're a little tired. Emma, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Please drop a subscribe, a like, guys, if you're new. Helps me out tremendously. I really appreciate everybody. Trying to hit 200. When we hit 200, I owe you guys that 50 push-ups straight through. But yeah, so that's the whole point of the deload week. I'm going into my cut now feeling good. No real lagging injuries, nothing crazy. And that's basically what we do. We just get after it. And now we got basically 12 to 16 weeks before we can have another deload. And that's basically all there is to it, right? You don't really need as much of a deload week when it comes to training for cutting like this. Because as you notice, the weights aren't going to be going heavier and heavier. The weights are going to be kind of around the same because we're in a calorie deficit. So the chances we're going to be gaining crazy strength or anything are really unlikely. We're still going to push as hard as we can and hit failure with the weights and exercises we're doing. But you guys will notice as we go, we're not going to see the weight increasing like crazy or anything. Thanks. That's it. 9, not even the 10. But yeah, so that's what it's all about. And again, Emma, if you're new here and you're hanging out still, if you have your own channel, if you guys do drop a subscribe, I will subscribe to you as well if you're public and I can see that you subscribed. That's kind of my rule. I like to keep growing the community and being part of your guys' thing, whatever you're building there. But yeah, appreciate you being here and being part of this. We have really good people here. Not everybody's on every stream, but I have some OGs who've been on for a really long time. Valley Boy's on here. Jordan, Omer, sorry, Jordan's his real name there. Chrissy, Abin, even, Halbin. Sylvia Sin, what's going on? Nothing more gay than a dad calling himself a daddy and a baddie. Maybe. What, does that upset your sensibilities, Sylvia? Nothing more closet sus than being worried about what other people are calling themselves. But either way, I appreciate you being here. No judgment. Hope you'll consider subscribing, being part of the community. If not, that's cool too. Because we're about positivity over here. We're not about people crying about what other people choose to call themselves. But either way, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Okay, so we started off with bench press, 4 working sets, heavy, lower rep. Moved into incline on the cable, a little bit higher rep, around 8 to 10, pushing 12 on the first set. 3 rounds there. Now we're moving to 3 sets, a little higher rep with cable flies, and then into decline. If you guys are following along at home or you want to write this program down for yourselves. After decline, moving into overhead tricep extension and standing tricep rope extension. Just 2 different hand positions, similar kind of thing, both heads of the tricep. And then abs, which is cable crunches with weight and hanging knee raises for lower abs. It's funny, I find the more we start growing and getting some people in here, getting some subscribes, the more you get people like our friend Sylvia there. Just cranky, negative, nothing good to say, just want to come in and say something. So we invite that here. That's 15. But either way, you still here, Sylvia? I haven't heard another thing from you. What's going on? All right, Albin. None of that. Appreciate it, but the emojis are getting out of hand again, brother. Appreciate you. So we started off here with 60. For 15. Try to go up a little bit closer to 70. See how that feels, but still haven't heard from anybody. Anybody a book reader in here? All right, so we're gonna have to give you a little timeout again there, Albin. Just a little one, nothing big. Hang around, buddy. Appreciate you, but emojis are getting ahead end. Everybody else has to feel welcome to drop comments and conversation, but see, Sylvia had something to say before, but nothing to say now, if she's even still here. cool thing is, I don't know if my wife is on here. Laddie Daddy, are you here? Speak up. Say hello. If you're here, I hope so. But either way, yeah, I just want everybody in the chat, if you can, shout out to my wife. She's starting her own little. She's been doing quite a bit of work for the last bit, but she's actually starting a full-on fitness journey, tracking macros and stuff. Starting this week. Proud of her. Excited that she's, oh, she's here. Yeah. What's going on? I am. All right. So I don't know if I can type. I can't really. Damn, I can't type in my own chat. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and her start to her fitness regime. She's gonna kill it. Regime, whatever. Routine. My brain is not functioning. Oh, we're gonna jump up to 70 here. Those of you that aren't aware, my wife crushes out anything she does, so she will crush this too, as she does everything else. But we are proud of her here. That's it. What'd she say? No need to type, laugh out loud. We'll see how far I get. You'll get far. I know you will. Talking like a dummy. And I am 100% talking like a dummy. Appreciate it. Chris, please, if you're already subscribed, please drop a subscribe, guys. We're going to get to 200. Do you? Do I know it? I don't know it at all, but that's okay. My one commitment when I started doing this whole community live streaming and even some of my posts and stuff like that is that I was going to be, and it drives my wife nuts, by the way, she'll tell you in the chat, is that I was going to be as authentically myself as possible. And yeah, because you hear some people, they get on, they put on a fake voice and a fake speak and whatever. I promise you guys, my wife can tell you that as weird and nerdy and sometimes over talkative as I am, I'm like that in real life. That's just who I am. And I'm sure, I know it drives her nuts. I sent her a funny Instagram early today when it's when you have a kid with a over talker and now you just have a little mini over talker and the little kid's just walking beside the parent jabbering. I sent it to her and I was like, sorry, because that's our girls too. They'll sometimes just walk along and jabber on like me. Okay, so we got one more set here, guys. Flies. So a lot of this first initial week here is just kind of finding our weights. We'll probably be able, I mentioned earlier, we are going to be, yep. Yeah. I mentioned that we are going to be, our weights aren't going to be going up. You aren't going to see the same kind of like you did with the hypertrophy where you saw me recording and my weight was kind of constantly going up in terms of how much I was lifting and stuff. We're going to kind of be somewhat close to a plateau in terms of weight increasing. Doesn't mean our strength won't still be good. Doesn't mean our endurance won't still be good. We should still hang out around these same weights. But yeah, I kind of use this first week, 2 weeks as just a exploratory thing, trying to find exactly what weight feels right for the rep range I'm trying to get in. I always still want to be lower end of the rep range because we still want to hit failure in a lot of these sets, right? So none of that's really changed. You still want to push yourself to failure. So you have a lot of muscle, a lot of recovery to do, and that helps you get leaner, stay tight, more full, all that good stuff. So as boring as that sounds, let's get into this next set. So we are going a little heavier here. This is actually heavier than I did in all my bulking weeks, so I'm a little bit impressed with myself. Solid. So that was a good 12, and that's what we were trying to get at. We were trying to get the lower end of the rep range. And that was 80 pounds a side at 12 for the flies, so pretty good. So moving on here, we're gonna go to our decline bench press here. My wife's least favorite machine. So this is definitely a one where I don't feel as safe. So this is one where you'll notice it's more about form, consistency, slow, negative portion of the movement. Because yeah, if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm just too scared to go as heavy as I probably can on this one with how unstable it is and the fact that it's like, I'm already in a decline. So I'm already in like a naturally disadvantaged position, right? You ever work out with your partner? I would love to. So story time, how we met. I was actually trainer to my sister-in-law, which is married to my wife's brother. And I don't know if that needs to be said, but either way, my wife was at the sessions too. So I was her trainer before we became more and friends, and then more than friends. But I think she prefers I write the program for her and I'm around. I don't know that I don't know that she would see me as her trainer anymore. That's a bit, different. I think now she'd get mad at me for pushing her. She got mad at me back in the day before we were even together for pushing her too far. And I have a tendency to push too far. So she can tell you if it would work if I was her trainer versus just being the guy who helps her with her program. But being her actual trainer, her workout partner, she might not be too down for it. But I love helping her, and I definitely love watching her work because she's fine. All right. She's going to tell me to stop talking for sure. It would work. Stop. I did get mad at you back in the day. Laugh out loud. Same. It would work. Stop. It did work. Yeah. So as much as I try to play it cool as I was her trainer thing, it was like very much a first sight thing. And yeah, she would get mad at me. I'd be easy on her as a softie / probably am still a softie when it comes to my girls, but is what it is. I knew she was going to say stop talking. I knew it. If that, I'm assuming that's what that stop is, dear. It's telling me to stop talking. Oh. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see a difference. So when I was bulking and lifting, I would get a decent pump, but nothing like you can see this is quite, I guess to see from the side, quite a bit more because the volume's higher, right? Intensity's around the same, volume's a little higher. Weight slightly lower, not crazy, but yes. What about you, baby? You gonna answer my Q&A on the screen? What's your favorite book? It can be a comic book or a graphic novel, anything you're reading, anything you like, anything that's in your just top 5 general books. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I know. My wife is a very avid reader, a very good writer. All the things that I am not, that's for sure. But I'm an avid reader. I like to read quite a bit. I've lost it for a little bit, but I'm actually, luckily, there's a book I'm reading now that's kind of brought me back into it. But I still have been reading some trade paperbacks and some graphic novels and stuff the last little bit. One piece of advice for you guys, if you guys are superhero fans, there's a movie for Supergirl coming out this summer, and the novel it's based on, the trailer looks a lot like it has a lot of pieces from that novel. And it is probably one of my favorite DC graphic novels. And it's really, really good. And if the movie's anything as good as the thing, I think you guys should check it out. All right. Okay, that's where the fear kicks in. Probably had one or two more, but yeah, better to hard when I don't have another spotter here or someone just to be safe. And you guys can see this squat rack is not the most stable thing in the world, so I just don't want to try to push it and potentially, especially at a disadvantaged position, being in a decline there. Good way to drop something on your throat and not be able to get up. We don't want that. So just trying to stretch out. Just put one for my other thing. Watchmen is my fave. Nice. Okay, one more round here. Then we got our tricep ab workout, and then tricep and ab workout. So I should split those up, not tricep ab workout. That would be an interesting thing, but and then we're on to day 2. But yeah, I've always said I wanted to get my it'd be awesome to get my wife on here actually doing a day of training. I thought of my wife actually came up with a good idea of maybe doing a day where I'm actually putting her through a workout and we record what that looks like, so you guys can kind of see, what that would look like with me putting somebody else through a workout, walking them through as if I were walking you through exercises and stuff like that. So that's something that is interesting to you guys, or you guys might be interested in seeing. Drop a thumbs up in the chat. And again, guys, if you're new, please drop a subscribe, a like. Helps out a huge amount. But that's one idea we had for a full length video. It's just a full length workout of me actually putting someone through their paces, training a little bit. All right. There we go. Last set here. Oh, that's it. Yeah. All right. So that's it for chest. All right, Valley Boy's down. Nice. All right. See you next one, Valley Boy. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I'll be on tomorrow, probably afternoonish, from a completely new province. Okay, so 2 tricep exercises here. All right. So we do 2. We're going to do a rope press, where the idea is to be able to press down and turn our wrists out for a full contraction. And then we're going to do an overhead, which is kind of more about the deep stretch and extension. So similar, 2 different angles for the arm. You'll see sometimes I'll do the overhead leaning forward like this, but today, because we're already doing one standing like that, we'll do the overhead actually standing here and physically lifting overhead, trying not to punch the ceiling. I definitely feel pretty damn good right now in terms of pump. The only thing I might do is sometimes I consider not including the abs the day before a flight, because I find sitting crunched up on the plane tends to make my back hurt if I've done abs the day before, so I'm still on the fence. Two, three, 4. Oh, so that's 15 there. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Yeah, all in all, I feel pretty good this first day through. You guys have any thoughts? Let me know what you've seen from this first day through program, or the first week even. What do we get there? So try to push down. Well, yeah. Nate's Kelly Fitness, what's going on? What's happening, bro? I was looking for you. You said you subscribed. I couldn't find your thing. I wanted to subscribe back to your channel, but now I know Nate's Kelly Fitness. I'm going to actually write that down in a note here so I can find you and subscribe to your channel. Appreciate you, man. I saw that I grew up by some few subscribers there. We're still trying to hit that 200 mark. 50 push-ups coming for you guys when I hit that 200. So I'm just writing it down so I can search you up after this and make sure I subscribe back to you. Because for some reason, when I get off the stream, I can only, of course, man, same to you, buddy. I can only see if people are public, their subscribes are public when I click on my subscribers. So I don't know if yours isn't set to that or whatever, but when I tried to click on you after, or click on my subscribers that day, it didn't show you. So, but I know I promised that I would, so I'm going to find you and make sure I do. It's the first day of the cut program, full on weights and everything. So we started with heavier bench press, lower rep, 5 to 8 rep range. Then we did incline cable press. Then we did cable flies, decline press. Now we're doing rope extension, and then we got overhead extension, and that's the day 1. Chest, tries, and abs. burn is crazy. 5 more though. Oh my God, crazy burn. Awesome workout. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's day 1. And I was mentioning how, like, because I track all my stuff and I talk about how the different phases work and stuff because I've been doing it quite a while. And in a cutting phase, typically I'll be stronger for the first couple weeks, but you won't see the weights go up as much. What you'll see is my endurance should hopefully stay around the same. Strength should stay hopefully pretty close to the same. You shouldn't see me having to lower weights too much, but they shouldn't increase as much. I'll be out of breath less and less because I'll get more conditioned, but you're in a calorie deficit, so the likelihood you're putting on new muscle and getting stronger is very low for the next 12 to 16 weeks. But I should get more and more cut, look more developed and lean, and that's all good, right? That's all a plus. Okay. One more kind of failure set here. Just ripping it out. Can't even extend it all the way. All right, so we move on to overhead. We'll give our triceps a little bit of a break here. Oh, I'm walking away with this cable. And then, yeah, that'll virtually be the day. What are we at? Yeah, we're at almost an hour, which is good, right? So cutting workouts, as I mentioned, higher volume. So the time on them, we want to try to keep a little less. About 60 minutes. We don't want to be going over too much into the 70-minute range with the working portion, but how's everybody else's Monday going? Sure. Okay, nice. Getting work emails still as I'm working through here, which is good though. We like that. Every time I start getting starting to get lean and then I get like a good pump, makes me think about wanting to compete again. Starting to pose and whatnot, but that's okay. I don't need to. I did it the one time to get back into it. Now it's about just looking good for my family, being healthy. All right. Well, not terrible. We got one more set there. And then that's it for today. Oh. What do you guys think? Should I do one more show at some point? Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. I'd love to hear your guys' take and thoughts. Do you think I could win a Masters show with my current physique? Ooh, my wife is thinking. What do you think, dear? Do I look better now than I did at my show in October? Do I look different? Have I changed? You think I'd do better? Worse? What do you think? Interesting to see what my wife says. Am I finer, my dear wife? Am I finer now at almost 41 than I was at midpoint of 40? Oh, sorry, my back is feeling tight. Let's see what she says. Okay. Oh, God. That's it, toast. Triceps are toast. She didn't answer. Womp womp. That's okay. So that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, for today. So that's our first day with chest, triceps. Abs are supposed to be part of it. I'll just make sure I double hit my abs tomorrow when I actually get to where I'm going. I just hate doing abs before an early morning flight. I don't know about you guys. I just feel like when I'm dragging my luggage around and stuff like that, I get some like lower back tightness, and I hate having that when I'm traveling somewhere. So, yeah, I'll skip that in those days. But other than that, hope you guys had a great time with the workout. Thank you, my love, for being here. I think you might be the only one or no one left. Peace, love. See you guys next time. Please follow, drop a subscribe. Any of my social media is all at Baddiedaddydiaries. So you can follow me anywhere, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, but please subscribe here. Every subscribe helps. We're going to hit 200. When we hit 200, I owe you 50 push-ups, and we're going to keep growing. All right. Lots of love, guys. Lots of positivity. We'll see you tomorrow for back and bicep day. And the cut starts now. So love you guys. See you tomorrow.